You ever just feel like chasing cars? Friends, welcome to... Oh, Jesus. You know, I wrote it down, and then I got busy doing something else, so now I got to control F my way back there.
Season 3, episode 27, the guide.
Don't do it. I'm looking for my glasses so I can buy more time. I'm not even typing right now.
Put everything else out of focus while keeping...
No. That's Arthur's vision. That's what it looks like to him now, to see the world. So.
Welcome to this bunch of fucking smartasses playing Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Strings of Fate Season 3 Episode 27, The Guide. Folks at home, what the fuck has happened? There's like an extra 100 views on our videos last week on the latest episode. I don't know why. I don't know anything about YouTube anymore. I don't know how it works. I don't know why people watch what they watch. I hear that we're the only Rogue Trader game in town, but I didn't know we had an influx of new viewers. Are you a new viewer? I don't fucking know. There's no way to get like...
That can't be true.
It is true.
Tell me who would win in the comments. Abaddon or I don't know who's an Imperial
Archaon the Ever-Chosen. The two of them fight who wins.
There you go.
Boom. Yeah, I picked
obviously
up that
it's Valakor.
So you chose a guy who has lost twice to two guys who have never lost.
And Archaon the Ever-Chosen lost. He got the shit kicked out of him.
He got back up and he did it again.
What's his flag? Yeah, that's
technically speaking to canon, Archaon eventually wins. Because
and then the world ends.
Yeah.
And we get Age of Sigmar.
Which is his job, is to make the world end. And then it didn't end for some reason.
Yeah, so no. Archaon's job is to make the world end so Games Workshop can launch a new product.
Yeah. He's real pissed about it. I was like, I destroyed the world. Wait, what's happening?
He's the guy that corporate brings in to fire everybody.
Wow. Well, back on subject. If you are a tabletop RPG game master who is interested in running a 18+ not safe for work campaign, and you are watching this somewhat recently, within a week of it being published, Project Melody from View Shoujo is putting out applications for DMs to run a short homebrew campaign.
Dave's like, I'm going to apply for this, and Arthur's I'm going to give you so much competition by putting it out on my channel that other people can apply for it.
They can attempt to go against me, James.
I told Dave immediately as soon as I saw him, because this is his thing right up his alley, but maybe it's also up your alley, audience. I don't know what you put in your alley, but if I watched that campaign, I'm sure I would find out. Yep, Spoon's dying now. Perfect. I've been waiting. I've been waiting hours to drop that joke, bro.
Oh my god.
Damn, listen, there's so many more that I wanted to do, but I didn't think would make the cut on Twitch. Just like this show that she's gonna run, I don't know if it's gonna make the cut on Twitch. Very impressive that she's making the attempt, though. It's probably gonna be one of the biggest D&D campaigns that's not Critical Role, so...
Or Dimension 20.
Good luck. Dimension 20 doesn't broadcast on Twitch or on YouTube. It broadcasts on Dropout.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you can get away with a lot of things if it's just verbal on Twitch.
We'll see.
People get away with a lot worse physically.
The poster
on
art
camera
was pretty provocative. Anyway.
Yeah, just like judging from the club, I'm looking.
The amounts. Yeah. So, Arthur, you might not know.
The club is the first thing that. Okay, well, all right.
That's the one odd detail I see that.
Really, not the. You know what? I can't even. No. Listen, if you see things, you say nothing. Okay. I'm not getting knocked off of Twitch, and I want to keep my monetization this week for YouTube, because not every week do I get it. Say nothing, okay? That's all I ask of you.
Let me just tell you something.
If you see something, say nothing.
There is such a thing as a VTuber yourself. You might not be aware of this.
As a VTuber, okay. I appreciate you give me that title, but please go on.
All right, there's a thing called a lewdtuber.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
Yes, I'm aware. They're everywhere now. Almost everyone is one.
And I can honestly guarantee you the stuff that those people do outside of Twitch would melt your little Christian brain. So
interesting that you assume that I'm Christian because I'm not, but
I
you could be right on the other aspects. I simply, in the end, choose not to publicly talk about sexuality and sex acts. Can Cole really cross the line there for me? And I'm never going back to that life. Can Cole
as far as I'm concerned,
weird.
Then why do you bring it up? Like, why do you even like make the topic if you don't want to talk about it?
I just want to make sure people are aware that there is this huge opportunity out there, Dave. I don't know if you know this, but I like to see other people succeed, even when they are, as some people would call it, ostensibly competing with me. No one can compete with me. Literally no one is on my level. That's because they'd have to drop down so far to find it. Oh my god. Listen. Let's move on. But I'm gonna toss it to Dave. How's it doing? What do you have going on? And congratulations on applying. I honestly hope you get the job.
I mean,
I think it would be good for you.
I've kind of worked with Melody in a weird bubble before, so it's not like it'll be an unusual pairing, I will say that much. But you know, I'm just making games. Like, we have officially crossed the barrier of most profitable months in August this month, which is really good. Bringing in about 15,000 a month now, which is not bad. That's from itch alone, so I don't even count Steam money anymore. And yeah, I don't know. It's a good time, I guess, right? I don't know what else to say. Oh, I purchased doors for my house. Cost me 16,000 zloty, which is, you know,
That sounds like a lot.
It's about.
So while I look this up, let this be a lesson for anyone who wants to build a house, by the way, that often they give you a price to build the house, and then when they built the house, you're like, oh, I thought that price would include things like doors or a driveway. And they're like, nope, that's all extra.
For those at home, 16,000 zloty is 33,000 Norwegian krona. Just wanted to put that in a currency people commonly convert to.
$3,400 USD, roughly.
For doors?
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they're nice doors.
They're not cardboard. They're the ones, the next one up from cardboard, basically. So
like, wood?
Yeah.
Preferably with a metal or plastic exterior?
No, it's just...
Is it the ones that are molded? Or the ones that are flat and are essentially veneered plywood on top?
It's not the most expensive door, but it's not the cheapest one. It's like middle ground. So whatever that would be.
For pre-hung doors, you're looking at, at least in the US, minimum about $100 nowadays. Not that I've had to check recently.
So you're telling me
they're not pre-hung. We're getting a guy to come in and measure and make the doors to fit. So
you're telling me you've got rectangular holes on your house that you've sliced open, and you're now going to hinge them with a piece of wood. Interesting.
Oh, well, no, we put frames on them, and then the doors fit into the frames. And
that's a very summarized way to describe a door.
Yeah,
yes,
so we have to
when
do
I buy
7
doors, I use perfectly legal United States tinder.
So we have to do 7 of them. We've also got electrical coming around. We have a plumber coming. We have a guy that's going to build stairs up to the 3rd story, because I've been to the 3rd story of my house once, and that's it. So you know, that's going to be fun to go up there. And I've been painting to get away all the black in my house, because the original owner decided to make black highlights, and not just like, let's just make the trimming black. It's like, no, here's an entire fucking wall that's black. Here's an entire kitchen that's black. It's like, so we're just correcting those mistakes. And
if you want to know something strange, in the U.S., it's not very uncommon for people to put accent walls as black walls now.
But here's the thing: we also have a kitchen that's black, and it's a real fingerprint magnet. Like, just crazy amounts of, like, you touch anything, it's like there forever.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but the kitchen is also non-functional. Like, for example, the biggest problem we have is if we have a dishwasher, and when you open the dishwasher to take dishes out to put them into the cabinet, you can't open the cabinet that the dishes go in because the door of the dishwasher is open. So when the guy made this kitchen, he made it like quickly or something, and he didn't take into mind functionality. So what we're going to do is sometime early next year, when we've got the stairs finished, we're going to have like a designer come through and like set up design where cabinets are going to go, because we have rectangular rooms and it's just a little awkward sometimes to do stuff. And we're also going to get them to sort of design a new kitchen for us. So we're going to demo the kitchen that we have and just put a new one up, because it's also weird, like it's like 4 centimeters too low. So like you kind of have to bend over more than you'd expect to like cut something on the bench. It's very weird to describe. Like, it's
your countertops need to be taller.
Yeah, so and we don't have a lot of counter space, even though we could, and the drawers are like weirdly sized. It's just strange to be in there. So I just want to demo it and get it redone. But it's just like, there's a ton of shit we have to pay for first. Bought a couch. Cost me 10,000 zloty, which is, it's a good couch. So it's about $2,000.
I was doing the conversion in my head very roughly. I figured about 2,000.
Oh, do you need me to go get my Norwegian krona calculator?
No, we're good.
No, you're good.
I prefer Vietnamese dong.
Yeah, the one thing I love about Arthur is, like, if you didn't laugh at his joke before, he'll make the joke again.
Yeah, he'll double down for you.
Like,
this is a consistent joke on the internet about converting to Norwegian krona.
Yeah.
All right, there are viewers out there who get it. Even if the 4 of you don't get it, somebody out there gets my humor, and they're going to leave a comment in the comment section to prove me right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only meme joke I know about converting money is I think it's the Venezuelan dollar. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the Norwegian krona, you mean?
No, it's not. It was a joke about people in Venezuela making bot accounts for RuneScape and then taking that money to convert it into actual money for them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone here has ever traveled in Vietnam, but I have, and it is like, as a person with a gut of mind, it's quite funny when you're trying to barter with someone and they're like, 4 dong, for this 4 dong.
Mm-hmm. Man, you would not make it in my industry, James. Really?
Yeah. Too many jokes can be made. Too many jokes.
I'm sorry, I've alienated all your Vietnamese watchers, Arthur.
There's probably at least one.
What else you got there?
What else have I been doing? I don't know. Oh, I'm pretty close to getting a stream deck. So that should give me an option pretty soon. Like, I'm gonna buy it using my work account, obviously. There's like
tax deductible.
Not so much that, it's more like the company will own it, but I own the company, so technically I own it. But like, it's more like the amount of adult content on Steam that people want to use on the deck is just astronomical, right? It's crazy what people want to do away from their normal computer, so
That doesn't sound that hard to believe, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I finally caught up. You said Steam Deck, and I heard Stream Deck from El Gato. All right.
Yeah, I heard Stream Deck
now
as
I've
well.
finally caught up.
look, I'm trying to be quiet because I have no doors in my house and I have a 7-month-old baby sleeping down the hallway right
I
now,
consider-
I
bead
understand the
curtains.
struggle, yes.
yeah.
I've lived your struggle. I still live through it.
Yeah.
It's great when they're teething and start screaming their head off in the middle of the night.
It's
Good luck
kind of
with that.
funny you mentioned that because my daughter's not crawling yet, right? But we have a neighbor whose daughter is crawling, and she's getting her first tooth now. And my daughter got her first tooth like when she was like 4 months old. This is
Yeah.
like I don't know what's going on there.
Humans, dude. Humans are
That's
weird.
so weird.
My
Yeah.
daughter started teething when she was 4 months old, but no teeth popped out until she was closer to like 6 months.
That would have sucked.
It did. It did suck.
I distinctly remember, like, we were in the car. She wouldn't stop crying for no reason. I
Yeah.
put my hand in her mouth because she likes to nom, like just nom on things. And she just had these fucking vicious fangs in her mouth all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
So an odd thing, the thing that I learned because the doctor told me was that apparently baby teeth they like to bounce back in and out until they finally cut through, which is what was happening to my little one. It was terrible.
Yeah, I can see that. But now, apparently, my wife seems to think that her next set of teeth are coming in and she hasn't even started crawling yet. And I'm just like, oh my God. She's going to be like a fucking shark when she gets home.
Have we started like the intros yet? I don't.
Yeah, we're still
on Dave's
we're still in
intro.
Henley's intro.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I don't really recall the transition to Dave starting the intro. To be honest,
So,
I said, Dave,
I
let's-
feel like I'm a little low energy because I'm trying to keep my voice down. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
that's fair.
Are you ready for me to move to somebody else, or you got something? You got something for me?
Please continue to move. I am finishing up my application right now.
I would love to go to Pondo the Mad since he doesn't know whether we've started intros or not yet. Go ahead, Pondo.
I'm only about like 20, 25.
Listen, I had to listen to Spoon and James go, oh, it's the wizard, of course, is the one not paying attention at the table. Okay, all right. I've been through some fucking shit this week, so do your goddamn intro.
Okay. I'm sorry that you've been through shit. Not much has actually gone on as of late. I've been playing the Immortal Empires, and I got to the point where I'm like, this is getting boring. I'm steamrolling through stuff. Maybe I should restart. And
Which faction?
huh?
Which faction?
I decided to do Nakai the Wanderer because it's the Lizardman I had most of the DLC for.
I don't know.
And
who that is.
he apparently starts in the bottom right corner of the map.
Mhm.
But I did this mad lad thing and took the sea route to took Nakai to the other opposite side of the map, having one army on the other.
Mhm.
So I have them split up on the opposite ends, and it didn't really cause any problems or anything because I didn't start anybody when I wasn't ready. But no, I essentially I'm at the point where I'm just steamrolling through stuff, and it's gotten boring.
I mean, they did come out and say like, hey, there's literally
Yeah.
like there's no balance to this game whatsoever.
Yeah, so
Like-
it's yeah.
I wish.
That's the fun part.
I absolutely wish that my guy in the south, Manfred von Karstein, was worthy. But this motherfucker will die at any opportunity to do so. Manfred, you want to cross the street? Just fucking bus. He's the Galeer of... No one's going to get that reference, but he's the Galeer of
I
Warhammer right
understand
now.
that reference. I mean, he's doing okay in my game. He's still got what is the Tempelhof vampire counts to contend with, but I'm still fairly early on in my game. So
what faction is this Wanderer? Is it their own faction?
The Wanderer?
Yeah.
He's the lore wise, he's a Croxigore from the first spawning.
So
he's old as shit.
He's a what?
A Croxigore. It's a giant alligator lizardman.
Okay.
He's from the Hunter and the Beast DLC.
Yeah.
He's a lizardman legendary lord.
Okay, it's a lizardman. All right.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Talking about Total Warhammer.
He actually looks like a fucking badass, dude.
Oh, he's fucking awesome. It's fun just to send him in the middle of like big groups and just see him wave his club around.
Supposedly, lizard folk are really strong right now because Saurons now have Unbreakable, so they will simply not back down.
You mean Sauruses?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking play lizard folk. Do I look like a lizard folk player? I play Ultramarines, okay?
I hadn't noticed. I'm pretty sure I've seen Sources retreat. Maybe it's the Dread Saurians because they hard limited them to a certain cap per army or per faction.
Having been playing a lot of Blood Bowl recently, I can tell you that all Croxigores in Blood Bowl have the really stupid trait.
Well, that's understandable because they're really stupid.
Racist.
In the lore, they literally say the skinks tie the weapons to them so that way they don't leave them behind after the battle is done.
Well, I'm done. Throw your sword at the ground and walk away.
Yeah, exactly. They got tired of leaving their clubs around, so it's like, all right, let's attach a chain to you. How about that? And they're like, cool. But no, I can also see because lizard folk actually have some of the best placements since they're like on the edge of everything. Minus, it's just you just don't want to piss the other lizardmen off because they're all right next to each other. I would imagine. But, yeah. That's really it for me. I hadn't really done a whole lot as of late.
Spoon, that just leaves you.
Yeah. I've also been playing some Immortal Empires as the immortalist of empires, the Empire.
The OG.
I don't know how to break this to you, but in every playthrough I've done, the Empire has been fucking crushed.
Look, dude, it's rough, man. So because you start out. Like your campaign start is literally the campaign start from Warhammer Total War 1. You have a single province and you're surrounded by enemies. And so I reconquered Reichland, and then immediately one of the northern provinces is destroyed by Norska. Middenheim gets its shit kicked in by the new Nurgle champion. You
mean the Warriors of Chaos?
The champion from the Champions of Chaos for Nurgle. He's like Festus or something like that. I don't know. And then Ostermark is getting their shit kicked in by Norska as well. Talabekland is getting their shit kicked in, or got their shit kicked in. They're gone by Wood Elves, by Drycha. I kicked in Wissenland's shit because they decided to rebel. I think the only current Empire provinces that are still alive is me. So me, Nordland, Stirland, Averland, and the Golden Order, which is Balthazar Gelt.
But you can rely on your long and very trustworthy allies, the Bretonnians, right? King
Leuencore has taken Marienburg, which I was like, whatever, that's fine, dude. You can have it. I got bigger issues.
Just legion him to add him to the Empire.
Yeah. But yeah, like we're actually on pretty good terms with the Bretonnians. The dwarves don't like us though, because you start with non-aggression pact trees with the vampire counts, and they don't like that.
Unbelievable. It's literally written in the book, be nice to dwarves.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get that Dwarven Alliance. Haven't run into any greenskins yet. It's mostly been...
That's because the greenskins were all moved fucking Gislev. They're in East Gislev.
Yeah. It's mostly just basically chaos and then other provinces that I've been fighting. I was so when I put down the Nuln rebellion, the Wood Elves moved in and took the third city of Nuln's province, and I was like, God damn it! I don't want to declare war on these guys. Like, they're doing really well. So we'll see. My plan now. So I have Carl Franz and his full stack, and then I have essentially what is a garrison army where I just stick it in my capital so that nobody will attack me. So I'm basically going to flip flop them and try and reconquer Midland and Nordland.
220 stacks. I'm rolling 720 stacks right now.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Fucking.
And when I walk,
I get free wogs. Yeah. You have taken a shitload of territory. Like,
yeah,
I have
and
like,
I'm fighting on 4 or 5 fronts right now.
Yeah.
I conquered
six
so far.
provinces.
I'm like crescenting around somebody, leaving them inside of a new bubble of my country, and I'm gonna go back in and finish them off later.
You're Alexandering the Great. Like,
oh my god, am I ever? At least I'm not Pyrrhus, right?
I was going to take a picture of mine, but I can't because I split them up complete opposite ends.
Have you been watching the Little Wars TV?
Yeah, but they don't have
campaign?
another episode of it till next week.
Yeah, it's coming out Tuesday, I think. It's episode 4. It's been interesting. That map is gorgeous.
They have rekindled my interest in wargaming for sure.
Cool. I appreciate that.
Just on modern
I'm a big
wargaming.
wargaming fan. Yeah, no.
Their
I watched that
Fallujah
episode.
game was fucking horrendous, dude.
It was rough.
They're literally just like turn 1, move 1. We move forward, we take fire from a building. 4 rifles shoot at us. We launch a massive artillery barrage and kill dozens of civilians. And they go, we don't know who could have been in there. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. This is why we wrote the Geneva Convention. It's for this exact reason. Listen, I've done some cringy military shit before. I hope I've never been as bad as that Fallujah campaign.
Yeah.
Those dudes were just like, should we gun down civilians in the streets because they aren't doing exactly what we say when we say it?
Will it help us achieve our objectives? Yes.
Oh,
okay. No, I'd much prefer fantasy or historical wargaming.
Yeah.
Like, give me.
I prefer my historical to be a bit more historical than modern memory.
Yeah, give me. I've been really enjoying this Pierce campaign. Like the battle against I think it's the 3rd Roman consul.
Yeah,
where he just kind of holds up on the hill. That was great.
Yeah, beat him on time.
Yep. Time and morale.
Yeah, King Steve Pyrrhus is doing really good.
Yeah, he is.
It helps that his opponents roll like fucking garbage on the campaign map. He's definitely winning the campaign victories so far for sure.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how turn 4 goes.
Oh no, he's gonna get wiped out now. Just looking at the way the rules work, the army values work against him.
Yeah, he basically has to get a favorable battleground, or he'll eventually get basically steamrolled back into his starting area.
I mean, the big thing is Carthage is going to be available to go after the Carthaginian city with no reprisal. Like, he can't commit anything there.
Yeah, correct. But I think like they're not going to like. That's a dice roll situation where it's like, okay, like, are they going to be able to like, and do they want to devote orders to that?
If they keep him from getting all 3 or any of the 3 cities, they win on city victory.
Yeah.
All they got to do is hold him for this turn, and it's basically over for him.
We'll see.
Just like the real Pyrrhus. I guess you could call it a Pyrrhic victory. With many more victories like these, we'll be ruined.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, played some Celeste this week. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Did you though? Did you?
I did.
Spent a lot of time flying around.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for me. Oh, I finally watched Spider-Man No Way Home.
I liked it.
I did too.
I didn't always get all the references because I hadn't seen any of the other Spider-Mans, but
yeah. Well, so because I watched it because I started watching Multiverse of Madness, which is on Disney Plus, and then I went, wait a second, was this before or after Spider-Man after. No Way Home? No, and so I had to look it up, and then I went, I should go back and watch that. And then
with COVID shooting, they had to flip the order of the movies and recut the entirety of the plot.
Because in the grand calculus of the multiverse.
Okay.
You hear about the fact that with this Batgirl thing that got cancelled, that the directors were going to try and access the footage, and they found that the studios actually deleted all the footage they did record because they're using it as a tax write-off. They didn't want to run the risk that someone would actually get the whole release Batgirl thing through, and that would cause them tax issues. So they've actually just everything they filmed.
Yes, then they started deleting HBO Max series permanently as well, and their stock price their stock price is already on its way down, but then it took a super fucking massive hit from all the outrage of all of the deleted HBO Max series. And it's a massive threat to everyone who works on stuff like this because their healthcare and 401k and their retirement is all tied to the residuals of those movies. Yeah. Exactly. So it's just a hugely dickish move that has essentially declared war on the very class of people they rely on to make the movies.
It's a move. We'll see how it works out.
I still remember Taika Waititi mocking Marvel animators, and I was like, dude, what are you doing, bro? You're
Yes, the same ones are being overworked and underpaid.
Yeah, exactly. That the story of that overwork breaking and Taika Waititi mocking them came out in the same week. It's insane.
Yeah, it's hilarious to see that.
Lost a lot of respect for him. We'll still watch pretty much anything he makes, but...
Are you the type of person that can't separate the creator from the creation?
That's true, Dave. That's why when I get mad at Dawn, I also get mad at you as a person for everything that Dawn has ever done.
Oh, I mean, that was a serious question about,
I can separate them. I don't dislike that shitty little fucking kid who had to play Joffrey in Game of Thrones. He's a regular ass normal dude. He's not Joffrey.
No, I don't mean that stuff. I mean, who's that dude that was in Baby Driver and House of Cards?
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Like, for example, would you watch a new Kevin Spacey movie?
Probably not. I'd be surprised if Kevin Spacey was in a new movie, mostly because he's probably going to be in prison and no one wants to work with him. But
I'm pretty sure he is in a new movie now.
How is that possible?
I gotta see, because I didn't remember seeing anything that he was going to be doing.
I'll be honest with you. If I see somebody that I don't like in a work coming up, I seriously reconsider watching it.
But did you like Kevin Spacey's stuff before?
I honestly hadn't watched a lot of Kevin Spacey's stuff. I got like season 1 of House of Cards, and what's the one? Not Kobayashi Maru. Usual Suspects? Mr. Kobayashi?
Yeah, so his new movie
that is Kevin
called...
Spacey, right?
Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze, thank you.
His new movie is called Peter 5'8".
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. But
I wouldn't watch it because I wouldn't want to support an absolute piece of garbage.
I feel like he went to another country to play in movies.
The Roman Polanski method. Yes, I know it well.
So, I mean, but it's what is it? It's like the TV show House of Cards had like a ton of people like in it, and they had to cancel the entire show because of
one guy.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. But when you make someone the center point of the thing, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I mean, the TV show was winding up to make the wife like the new focus, right? Like that was literally what was happening in the show, as far as I remember. And then this whole shit came out, and they removed the entire show.
I don't know if you know this, but negativity lasts for a really long time. It's the same reason that House of the Dragon is never going to reach anything close to Game of Thrones numbers, because the people who should be watching it are still really fucking pissed.
Look, these producers just need to learn a bit from midday television. And when when an actor is a shitlord, suddenly their character goes into a coma. It's just written out.
Korean dramas, man. Have you seen that shit?
Here's another example. Roseanne.
Oh my god.
In 2019, she said some shit, and then they fucking killed her off.
What was her character?
She said
that show, I think, is better without her than it was with her.
No, I'm saying what I said was putting it lightly. I understand why they shit canned her. It was just hilarious that they did it, and then it was like, and a perfect example of the midday television thing. I just don't know why people don't just do an Iron Man 2 and replace a character when they're like, hey,
it's me, I'm here, deal with it.
I did. So yeah, like, so I also, Marvel has handled that really well when they replace an actor, because it was like the second episode of She-Hulk. I don't know if you guys are up to, I was like, that was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a different person, literally.
So it's... Maybe we just need to take that approach nowadays. Replace the person, never ask any questions about it.
I agree.
Gunnykin points out the ranch. Did that as well.
Yeah. The Scientologist. Yeah. Danny Masterson. Listen, going to prison for illegally invading Mexico and kidnapping a man didn't stop Dog the Bounty Hunter saying some real whack ass shit did. Okay.
Oh man.
People have no reason to forgive actors because they're as much as actors would love to pretend they're not, they are still somewhat like the rest of us. And when they become unlikable, they become unfilmable. Unless you're Hugh Laurie, in which case you become more popular, I guess.
I mean, honestly, for me, acting is a skill, right? Like, it's not a personality-driven thing for me. So, if someone was to be like a heinous piece of shit and they released a really good film, right, I can separate the two enough to enjoy the medium that they release.
But what if I just didn't want to support them?
Top Gun movie.
I heard the new Top Gun movie was pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you?
I know. No, it's because Tom Cruise is, Tom Cruise.
But Val Kilmer is also in it, and he's no Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no.
You're right, though. Tom Cruise, boy, that's a fucking bag of bananas right there.
It's beaten Endgame at the cinema. Yeah.
I have the clips I've seen of it. They look good.
Have you not watched it yet?
I have not.
Go and see it. It's really good.
Yeah. I've been trying. I've been working. I've been working a lot.
Yeah, Chad is making another point. It's just turns out things that you do in the past affect the future.
It's called causality.
Yeah, but sometimes the things you do in the past shouldn't affect the future the way that they are.
Yeah, like if you say something 15 years ago on Twitter, you shouldn't have your entire movie franchise.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? That happened to James Gunn. He apologized. Everybody around him said he wasn't that guy anymore. Disney not only gave him the second shot, but also gave him like 3 extra movies afterward as an apology.
Yeah,
if you are fucking genuine and it happens far enough in the past, you can overcome this, even in Hollywood. Yep. If you are a gigantic piece of garbage and the crimes that you have committed are actual crimes, you will not overcome this. God, I hope you won't. Probably you will because it's Hollywood, but maybe you won't.
Did Warner Brothers announce they canned the Flash movie yet?
With Ezra Miller? What a tangent.
Fugitive,
totally unrelated to what I just said.
Fugitive on the run, Ezra Miller.
God, he went downhill fast. Right?
Holy shit,
fuck.
dude.
Like the Flash.
Oh no. All right. Let's get to James's intro and let's get playing.
Arthur, do you accept that segue? Or
Yeah,
do you just
I
say,
nodded
okay,
when he
nice.
said it.
Okay, nice.
What do you want from me?
No.
No,
I'm
I'm going to sit here and continue talking about Ezra Miller, I guess.
I don't know how my view looks, but I'm having some weird stuff with Zoom right now where everybody's in that sort of like robot, sort of stuff going
No,
on.
you're
so.
smooth to me.
Okay, no worries.
Right.
You all sound good, that's fine. So
I always sound good, James.
I figured it was your shenanigans with your camera focus.
You
causing
think
it.
blurring my background has so severely affected the entirety of Australia that you can't get the rest of us?
Well, it's just some extra processing on the part of Zoom, having to
Oh,
like process
my
it.
I have an interesting Australian fact for you today, James.
Okay.
Australia is wider than the moon.
Yeah, that's correct. I came across. I had that in a trivia question. I think only by about like 14 miles or something, but it's like, it's just wider than the diameter of the moon.
Those are rookie numbers. We can pump that up. Build some artificial coastline.
Yeah.
You know what actually pissed off a lot of people when I brought it up to them? They were like, "Oh yeah, America's so large." It's like, yeah, but Australia is the same size.
Okay.
as America.
The difference between America and Australia is you have two biomes: inhospitable nuclear wasteland and temperate coast.
So, yeah.
All right, here's another way of looking at it.
We have Los Angeles and Mad Max. There are two clients.
Alice
another one.
Springs exists, but they're not big enough to be their own biome.
How many world wonders does America have versus how many world wonders does Australia
All of the
have?
world wonders were named before America existed. How many world wonders do you think Australia has?
2.
What the fuck? Are we talking about the 7 wonders of the world?
Well, you're talking about the 7 actually. Like Arthur's thinking in terms of things like the Parthenon,
The Leaning
the
Tower of
pyramids,
Pisa?
Yeah. Whereas Dave's thinking of the natural wonders of the world, one of which is the Great Barrier Reef.
And the other is rock. Yeah.
So
I have no idea how many we have. We've probably eaten them all.
You have like the Grand Canyon. I think that's about
let's
it.
see.
yeah. I think we're busy destroying the Great Barrier Reef though. So
Don't worry, we got your back on that one.
all right. Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Opera House is pretty good, but it is not a wonder of the world, guys. I'm sorry.
It is one of the most recognizable buildings in the world, though, for sure.
I mean, it's absolutely wild.
It's not a natural
right.
wonder of the world.
What have I been doing? I've gotten a bit silly this weekend. So I don't know if I mentioned it here previously, but I have a friend who plays Black Templars in 40K and has never updated his army since like when he played 20 years ago. So even though we play now, he plays with really old stuff. And I've been trying to get him to get some more stuff. And he did buy a couple of things from the new Primaris stuff, but hasn't actually painted any of it. And he keeps joking, "You should paint my army for me." So I decided recently, I was as a friendly with him, I went and bought a single squad of Black Templars Sword Brethren, and I painted them, and I'm happy with the paint quality, and I'm going to give them to him. But then when I was looking around, I noticed that I also had a Primaris Repulsor that I'd gotten with like the Imperium magazine I'm never going to use. So I thought, I'll paint the Repulsor, that way he's got like a vehicle to go with the squad. And one of the things is that the Black Templars are allowed to add a multi-melter to a repulsor, the only unit that can. And the Black Templars Primaris upgrade pack includes a multi-melter you can put onto a Primaris repulsor. So I thought I'd go to the shop, I'll buy an upgrade pack. But they don't sell them in store anymore. It's web order only. But if you buy the full Black Templars Combat Patrol, you get an upgrade sprue in that. So I bought the full Black Templars Combat Patrol. So now I've painted him a Primaris Repulsor, a squad of Sword Brethren, a Marshal, a Castellan, a Crusader squad, and an Intercessor squad. So yeah, I went from like a small, I'll do you a solid with 5 models, has now turned into like 1,000-point army.
I love it. He started talking, and I went, "The story's going to end with James going, and now I have a Black Templar."
So here's another half your army here. That's
That's great, though.
Yeah. So there you go. That's right. Yeah. I a couple of times I thought, oh, should I just keep this? And it's like, no, I don't need a new Space Marine army. This is going to Brian. He'll appreciate it. So, but yeah, so that's been not the main focus of my weekend, other than the fact that I'm playing 40K after today. I've got my friend coming over this afternoon after the game to play as well. So, I tell he's playing with his backgrounds now. Nice.
This one's animated. Nice.
Other than that, I got the new Saints Row game, which was hot garbage. It's just so buggy. So this is not really a spoiler for the game, but like the second mission in the game, your character has to rob a payday loan office, and to get there, you have to. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dave.
I'm a VTuber. Man.
So I'm like a big fan of the Saints Row series. It was hurt my heart when I saw that the new game that came out that I was actually kind of excited for is a buggy, terrible mess.
Yeah. So anyway, so start this mission, and the first thing you have to do is steal a car, and it specifically makes you steal like the most broke-ass car on the street that you can find, because I guess it's trying to make it look like your character is like just getting started in the criminal trade. And I got the car. And when I accelerate, the car won't go forward. Like it just spins its wheels in the spot. I could reverse, but I couldn't go forward. So I thought maybe this is like the game trying to give you like an interesting challenge where you've got to go and rob this place, only be able to drive in reverse. So I drove in reverse all the way to the payday loan place, and I robbed it. And then there was a police chase in the same car. And I'm like, fuck, this is really hard to like steer in reverse while being chased by police. And then it wants you to like ram police off the road, sort of thing. And yeah, I ended up looking up. Like I managed to finish the mission after multiple attempts. But I looked afterwards. Yeah, there's no reason the car should not have gotten forward as well. It should have gone like watching people play it online. Their car went forward, my car didn't. Would only go in reverse. And no matter how many times I reloaded the game, that specific car in my game will only go in reverse. Every other car is fine, just not that car in my install. So that's the sort of stuff I'm contending with, and the fact that like a lot of missions, you have to be in this car to the mission, and if the car gets flipped by physics bullshit, there's nothing you can do. Like you can't get out of the car, you can't flip the car back over. You have to literally like just go to the menu and restart mission. So
I heard that the end game is like heists, right? Like you plan a like Grand Theft Auto, you plan a heist.
Yeah, I like that in Grand Theft Auto. That was really good, like doing the whole heist.
Yeah, so they have that, but here's the thing: when you get to that point, you plan the heist, you do all the stuff to set up the heist, and then you don't get to participate in the heist. You just sit in the car, and your teammates go and rob the bank or whatever.
Probably actually doing the heist would have required way too much programming. Yeah. So we'll just give you a getaway driver the simulator. Yeah, other than that, Saints Row, I've been playing more Celesta. I need to, as Arthur said, there's some cool stuff coming out for Flight Simulator. Now that Arthur gave it to me for my birthday, I need to actually pull out and play Flight Simulator. I'm debating getting a yoke though, or whether I try and do it with a mouse or controller.
I've been looking at yokes today. There's some really good shit coming out.
Yeah. Look, just go into your attic, pull out the Sidewinder, pull out Flight Simulator 98, okay, and you have a good time.
I do have a Sidewinder up on the shelf near me. Right?
Of course you do. You're an Australian. You're an Australian man who played games early in his life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
I think it's actually reset to be serial, not DB9, like the old style serial. Sorry, I think it's on USB, I should say. Yeah, that's really it for my life. Just I've been sick this week, so I didn't get a lot done. Except I did do Celesta. But I'm looking forward to like Secret Star Wars game, hopefully this week, and some Slasher as well. So
you good, Spoon? You good? Can I bully you into saying you're good?
I'll check my schedule.
That's usually a really bad sign, folks at home. It's probably going to be a Cult of the Lamb night.
Well, there will definitely be no road trade next week because next week for me is Father's Day, and my wife has told me I'm having a Father's Day lunch, whether I want to or not.
Well,
here's what you can bully me into saying though. The 6th, I'm good. I'm good on the 6th if that's one that's available for everybody.
Okay. We'll speak to our people. Will speak to your people.
I mean, we have to talk to the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really that wild when it's predictable? Is the wild card when he actually shows up? Yeah.
He's been getting a little more consistent.
That's fair.
All right, clip it. Previously on Rogue Trader Strings of Fate, a renewed Androchiron emerges from the Liban Russ in which he was riding to witness the Soul River pulling itself free of Zagar Kul's Ziggurat and opening fire on the assembled Drakari ships. At the Shadow Spire Arena, Pierre and Adrian lead the slave army out into the streets of the Nexus. They face many fierce Drakari creations, but Dawn and Talon Balwing intervene and the revolt continues unhindered. Reuniting, the group makes the decision to leave the Nexus of Shadows to its fate as the city tears itself apart and the Soul River feasts on the depraved charnel house it has become. Back aboard the Hand, the group plans the next course, deciding to return to the Calixis sector to gather the final component needed to unlock the Blind Tesseract. Before departure, Androchiron experiences a vision of a forbidden world, of the forbidden world of Sacris, and is left wondering what part the Storm Wardens may have to play in this late hour. Thought for the day: a broad mind lacks focus. So, I believe that we wanted to cover off you'd return to Footfall before we go back to the Click sector. Is that right, Pondo?
Yeah, I mean, I figured that'd also be a natural stopping point for going back into the Calixis sector.
Okay, no worries.
I need to get that antenna back so I can claim that planet properly.
I want to make a note, James, that Androchiron always sleeps with a null outside his room from here on out.
That could have gone in so many different ways. I'm glad you said outside as well.
You're ready. You're ready for that Project Melody job. I feel it. I feel it for you, and I'm sending my energy your way.
So it wasn't the fact that I've done adult games most of my life.
I literally, as soon as I heard the announcement, laid out, this is going to be good for Henry. I came here and I told you that. You know that I know that you're there, man. You're the one to quarterback this, okay? I just need to follow up with more jokes from time to time.
Back to safer work content.
You won't. Hold on. You think Warhammer 40K is safe to work content? We just left the fucking Drakari. You son of a bitch.
That's why we're safe for work now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the warp is so much better.
So speaking of the warp, immediately before you arrive in the Furibunda system where Footfall is, a message is sent down from the Navigator's Oculus from Riani that there is something odd in the warp in the Furibunda system. There's a hole in the warp, and the something is causing psychic energy to flare in that sector. I mean, you'll have to translate. She can't steer you into the moor without stopping, but just a fair warning that not everything is as she remembers it when last time you passed through Footfall.
Well, that doesn't sound vague or mysterious at all.
No, that's fine. So when you actually do translate back to the material world, and the light of the Furibunda star comes in, I mean, it's always been this sort of baleful red, the Furibunda star, but today it's a much deeper red. It's the color of blood. It sort of bathes the bridge in a dim red light. That almost seems to suck the light from the actual lumen globes out as well, and sort of leave this tinge of the macabre over the bridge. There does appear to be signs of damage to Footfall. Remember that Footfall is like a whole bunch of asteroids held together by giant chains. And you can sort of see like some sections of Footfall are like open to the void, or it looks like there's been some weapons fire, but there is still power in some sections, so it still seems to be operating. Certainly the ship picks up a Vox carrier signal, so you can communicate with the station. But yeah, there is an oddness about this, that something has definitely happened here.
I mean, I guess it'd be the typical hail to make port, or at least is the guy what's his name?
Tanthos Morris.
Yeah, Tanthos Morris. The guy I'm looking for, is he here?
Who are you looking for? Sorry, he was the administrator. The guy that was half machine.
Oh, yeah, the guy I want to kill eventually. Yes. Crap. What was his name? The Rogue Trader.
Oh,
Jenko Scourge.
Jenko Scourge. Thank you.
number 3 on my list to eliminate is Nero.
His ship is not in orbit of Footfall at the moment.
It's too busy dealing with a warp beast showing up.
That's unfortunate. I guess we would just hail the administrator, the port security.
Okay, no worries.
Essentially get, clearance to park somewhere.
So you box them. It takes a little bit longer than usual. Like, there's not like a person waiting there to pick up. Obviously, it rings for a bit before someone finally picks up. And a voice says, hello, this is Footfall Control. Who am I speaking with?
Lord Captain Pierre Cowles.
Okay. And there's like some whispering behind the microphone. And then a moment later they say, hold on a moment, please. And you put under like Imperial hold music, whatever that might be.
I feel like it's not Imperial hold. It's like a remix version that's heretical, because why would they have a regular version?
Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom.
Like it's like slightly pitched differently, or there's like an extra note somewhere.
Yeah, it's in a minor key.
It's the same old music, but it's got some spiky bits glued onto it.
Yeah, essentially, it's.
When you look at it through one of those spectroscope things, it forms a pentagram.
It's probably about 2 minutes later, a new voice comes over the Vox. A voice that sounds familiar. You don't have total recall, so I'm not going to give you straight away who it is.
Is that a thing?
Lord Captain Cowles.
It's a movie.
You may not remember me. We met a few years ago on Iacanthus. I'm Mr. Quill of the Amaranthine Syndicate.
Remember this motherfucker. This is the dude that specifically is a fucking alien, right?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of little life forms all
This guy's like, I don't know if you'd remember me. I'm like, motherfucker, you're on Androchiron's list.
Yes.
I'm afraid that Footfall is going through some administration changes right now. There was a very unfortunate matter involving the death of the former administrator, and also you may be familiar with the Council of Witches that were an important part here. Assassination on both parts, it seems. Anyway, that obviously led to some instability and some different factions vying for control, which in turn led to some conflict. And although the Amaranthine Syndicate has come in to stabilize things, it could be some time before Footfall is back to an operational level that will be able to service you properly. You're more than welcome to come to an anchor, but I don't know that there's much transaction you'll be able to do on Footfall right now. There is still a lot of violence in the proverbial streets.
All right. Is there anything I can help with, maybe?
I'm not sure. Is there? I mean, I think we have things mostly under control. I don't mean to trouble you, but yeah, we are still putting down a little bit of community concern around the transition in leadership.
Do we have any cargo on board?
Guns.
This is the exact place selling guns would be a great idea. We're going to make a fortune.
I mean, I've got some weaponry if you need replacements.
Don't sell it to him. Open fucking market at the edge of the port. Arms dealer this shit. Do a bidding war. Don't sell it to this guy. We're going to come back and kill this guy in the epilogue.
Just call me the Jackal.
Oh, by the way, do you know where Janko Scourge went?
Janko Scourge. Oh, another rogue trader. He went back into the Expanse, I believe. He didn't file not a manifesto, a flight plan with. Well, if he did, he probably filed it with the former administrator, and record keeping has been a bit lax.
What between all the killings?
If only we knew that he was leaving out of runway 27 down Himmers out to outer marker Cessna. Clear to flight 48,000.
One moment. Pierre will put him on hold/mute and turn to Andrew.
What's our hold music like?
Where'd you say you sent the Soul Reaver to again?
Janko Scourge's homeworld.
So his home colony?
Yes.
Or like, yeah.
Is that by chance in the Expanse, or is that?
Yes, of course it is. He's a rogue trader. You know, Lord Captain, I have been a keen observer of all of this fate and destiny nonsense. I will point out that you have previously indicated you wish to rule this particular space station, acquire it, and normally rogue traders can't take it over because another rogue trader would stop them, and now we arrive at a time where a disliked foe has taken it over and there are no rogue traders in sight. I believe anything we do here may be playing into the I don't know what's the just called, the Weaver of Change,
Weaver of Fate, the Master
Lord of Change,
Lord of Whispers, Lord of Change. Yes, I mean Androchiron would know that, even if I don't know their stupid shitty.
Listen, my plan's not to take it over.
There's only one
now.
that really matters. This is blood and skulls. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I really only wanted one thing, was the antenna for that one planet. But if
Janko Scourge has that, sir, not this particular.
Yes, and if the Soul Reaver is going to Janko Scourge's home planet, and if
I want to be very clear, sir. I don't really know where it's going. I just told it that it could leave and suggested that it go there. I can't confirm. I mean, I could call it if you want. It's just everyone in the area would know that I'm doing that.
No, I prefer not.
I also don't want it to come here.
Really?
Not while we're here.
Well, I mean, we could just leave any time. The station is
stationary. I don't give a shit about football, but I definitely don't want to be here when it shows up.
Did we ever hear back about our plan to
doom the one planet to Tyranids?
Yeah, where we put Adrian Jr. and then we crash a fucking space station into the planet to destroy all life and kill all the Tyranids. Did we ever hear whether that was successful? I guess you really... because it's Tyranids, there would be a blanket, so we wouldn't really hear anything, and everyone would be dead afterwards. I was just hoping maybe someone had dropped by and would report, like, hey, everyone's dead. That's great.
Everyone and everything on this planet is dead.
I mean, the planet wouldn't exist. The Tyranids would eat it. Because
the alternative would be a ship goes there, checks, comes back, and we have a gene stealer problem in 6 months.
Yeah, we should probably report that to no one go to that planet.
That's a problem for next campaign.
Next campaign. This motherfucker thinks any of us are going to survive the end of this campaign.
Yeah, no. It's a whole new group, whole new. Well, yeah, no. Don will be back.
New
Yeah, that's
group,
true.
new night.
That's a good point, Dave.
Listen, I'm the delivery boy. All I gotta do is drop you guys off, and you can settle it yourselves. Okay.
You're the Steve Harrington of this group, all right? Calm down.
Yeah.
Your job is to be a car that drives all of the main characters to different locations.
I just drop everybody off. That's my deal. Okay, well, I will be making my way then, since there's not much I can do here at the moment.
We're not going to sell these guns.
I mean, I can attempt to. I don't know if I have any other contacts other than this guy that's currently not
I'm
dead
pretty
at the
sure
moment.
if we go down to the docks and say, hey,
Yeah,
we're
but-
selling a bunch of fucking guns.
So your other contact on Footfall is for the Dame Takara of the Kazbalika.
Oh, man. That guy. He's always been real straightforward and not at all shady. We aren't good with him, though,
Amaranthian
right? Like
Syndicate and the Kazbalika
we were good
enemies?
with him, yes.
Well, when you first met Mr. Quill 3 years ago, he was referred to you by the Kazbalika as someone
Oh,
he business
okay.
with.
Okay.
But I guess has anyone got a comment on Underworld?
No, I don't even think I could take it.
All right.
actually.
Has anyone got infused knowledge?
AP does.
I do.
You can roll it then.
Oh, that's true.
Wait, what knowledge, sorry?
If you, it lets me
There's a
take
fake
every
Underworld.
knowledge.
Every common and scholastic lore as a basic skill. So rolling against half your intelligence.
I'll join the roll 20, just in case.
Hey, look at that. All right. So yeah, so what you've heard through the celestial, through the Akashic record, of all the minds you've linked, in the past, is that the Amaranthian Syndicate has been growing in power pretty quickly. So where they were allied with other criminal factions, they've now started to subsume some of them. And it's reasonable to believe that they have outgrown the Kazbalika.
Listen, all I'm saying is the more guns we sell to random high-paying individuals on the space station, the longer they hold out against the Amaranthian Syndicate, the more problems we create for our enemies. And we make a bunch of money doing it. This show is about rogue traders. We can occasionally do some rogue trading.
Yes. Can you get in contact with Kazbalika for me, Androchiron?
I turn to the Master of Vox and I say, can you get in contact with the Kazbalika for us?
Yes, we've got his frequency on the system. I'll call it up.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I turn to the captain and I say, yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So it rings for a bit, and then Takara's voice answers. Hello, Captain Cowles?
Yes. Gara, how's it going?
Oh, thank throne you're here. It's not good here. This Amaranthian Syndicate has come in here and turned Footfall into a slaughterhouse.
That makes sense. They seem to have control of the port security. I was wondering if you might be wanting some assistance.
If you're offering, definitely. I don't have much here to offer you, but the Kazbalika as a whole would compensate you greatly for any assistance you can give us in regaining control of Footfall. Morris is dead. Somebody came in and killed the witches. Everything has gone to hell. Even the tech priests on the moon have been firing on the asteroids. It's been like one long ground war for the past month.
Now I'm just thinking in my head, can we blow up a moon? Just
We already
they
have,
were heretics.
like twice. Your mom blew up a moon.
didn't she see that?
That's like, see, the thing is like that's a true statement rather than like an insult or a joke. Like, oh yeah, your mom blew up a moon. It's like, well, actually,
I mean,
She
yes,
kinda did
that's
feel like
besides
a
the
man.
point.
Well, that was out of character, I would say. It just we can make this happen. We've done it before.
Yeah. Well, I do have some weapons and maybe some men to fight with for you.
All right, look, we have control of one of the shuttle bays. It'd be the best place to ferry in any sort of cargo. Can you send me any sort of specs on what you've got, and I will do what I can to reach out to my allies in the Calixis sector. The issue is they've killed the whole Astropathic choir, so I can't send Astropathic communications from the everything will rely upon runner vessels.
Well, don't we have an Well, like I don't say this over the phone, but we happen to have an Astropathic choir.
I mean, I roll my eyes. Obviously, we have.
Yeah. Just saying, we can send guns and messages.
Yes. We can
If
also
only
act
we
as
had
a
ships, guns,
medium
and
for
ships
you
and
as well.
messages.
Well, maybe if you could get me off the station.
Here it is.
And I can coordinate things from your ship, and we can arm the Casbalika's soldiers on the station.
I don't see why not. That shouldn't be an issue.
Aren't they literally hunting for this dude?
Probably.
I mean, we can load up Lucky 13 with a bunch of whatever it is. Whatever it is you want to sell them, Lord Captain.
This space
And I can
station
make the
seems like
flight
it's
over.
one space bombardment away from being crumbling to dust. So I don't know if they want to start stuff. They feel like it. Considering we have the Eternal Praetorian and the Hand of Calixis.
I mean, the station definitely has guns. I somehow doubt that these two ships are going to be able to take on even a heavily understaffed Imperial space station run by heretics.
I'd be more so banking on the fact that they're disorganized, and that'd be the time to strike.
I mean, I think our objective here is to, score some quick favor with the Casbalika and cash in later.
Sure.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if we're getting this guy off the station, it needs to be stealthy. We can't just call them up and be like, hey, we're going to get the guy that you're trying to kill off the station. Now, that said, a great place to do a James Bond extraction mission is during a arms trade. I'm just saying, James Bond did some weird shit during arms trade, during that one arms trade, one that they made into a video game. Arms trade. If I keep saying it, everyone will believe me. We can make this happen. We could do double duty here. We send guns over. We bring them back with a pile of cash.
I mean, I can.
I will point out, though, that this is all a distraction.
Yeah.
As much as
agree.
I want to make this happen, this is clearly a distraction.
Yes.
If you want to hear something funny, by the way, the guy that wrote the James Bond theme was apparently an Indian composer. And when he wrote it, he just took a song he'd previously done and just took out the words and changed them a bit. But if you listen to the original song it's based on, you can really hear the Bond theme in there, but it's very Bollywood, the original
Amazing.
song. So
Ooh. Gavin Kim brings up a good point. It is a good time to test out the Null Ninja Assassins. Just leave a squad of them here and see how it goes.
I mean, yeah, we could sell some las guns to the one guys and then sell more to the others. So
Also, don't we have like a ton of
we have a shit
autocannons
ton of
sitting around?
auto cannons.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have a shit ton. We have like
couple
201 or something.
I think it's like
Yeah.
99 at the moment.
We have a really specific
We're waiting
number.
on the other stuff. We have 99 autocannons at the moment. We're still waiting on the other 101.
So am I making a gun run, Lord Captain, or are we just going to move on?
Well, we can make a gun run real quick.
Okay.
So I'll send him a list of things. as far as the las guns, the autocannons that we've got, and I don't know, maybe a couple squads of the null ninjas.
Okay.
No.
And for the other guy, I'll send like, hey, I've got this many las guns for you, and it's probably just maybe a couple hundred.
Okay. I mean, we'll certainly help him. He'll certainly, give a message code you can pass on his behalf to the Kazbalika to get paid for this. Who's taking it down?
I think Adrian will fly it. I don't know if anybody else wants to come with.
I mean, I'll come.
Sure, that sounds fun.
I stay behind.
And Zakran's like, come on the ship.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
No parties while
Hey,
we're out.
listen,
Karen.
I'm gonna be honest here with you guys. The evil alien overlord that runs the station is like, we really don't have any astropaths right now, and it's a real problem. And I'm thinking, that's a great time to kidnap one. I'll stay on the ship.
All right, nice. You fly Lucky 13 down to get the coordinates. I mean, it's only a small vessel, so and you're good enough to fly undetected onto their sort of the shuttle bay they currently hold. Yeah, it's one of those ones that basically is like an airlock style shuttle bay. So it opens up, you fly in, it closes, it pressurizes, and then it opens up basically, rather than having some sort of magnetic field which keeps the air in. So once you set down the ship and open up, so Takara is there with a bunch of like what looks just like ragtag soldiers with a variety of weapons. They sort of done what they can to secure the landing bay. You come out. Yep, Verdane approaches UPA with his hand extended. He looks like he's been through shit as well. Like he's normally impeccable, sort of well pressed suit. Is covered in dirt and is unkempt. He's probably he's got like 3-day growth. Lord Captain, I'm sorry that I couldn't meet you under better circumstances, but we do really appreciate you coming to support us in this as well.
It's no issue. I'm just glad I can come to help. It seems like you've been through a lot, and I can understand that feeling. And it does seem like you need some new hardware as well.
Yeah, I've got these men here ready to unload. So
yeah. So I guess I'd bring along like 50 autocannons, and then like maybe, I don't know. There's probably several cases of just las guns there. And it's just several cases of Ranka.
All right.
Like one of them was like kept in the cockpit with Adrian because there wasn't room anywhere else for some reason.
So they start unloading. Probably about 15 minutes later, like there's like a guy sort of at the entrance to at the doorway to the landing bay from the main hall, and suddenly yells out, "Overseers are coming! Overseers are coming!" And everyone sort of like starts looking around of like, shit, do we hide? Do we get ready to fight? Probably a couple of eyes go your way because you've got the most authority in the room.
Oh, great, of course. Well, does it seem like there's a place for them to hide?
I mean, it's a landing bay. There's plenty of places you can hide behind boxes, but nothing's going to disguise the fact that there is the
gun cutter there.
Yeah, there's a gun cutter there. Yeah, which I think like Adrian's just goes running for the cockpit basically.
Yeah, so I think Pierre is just going to direct people just to hide for now, take what guns they can, and prepare.
Okay, no worries. So are you the two of you, Dawn and Pierre, sort of trying to hide somewhere out of sight?
I think Pierre's going to stay out in the open as act like a distraction, maybe.
Okay, no worries.
I don't think we can hide, right? We're like in power armor.
No, it's
it's very difficult for us to hide. Yeah.
All right. So 3 men enter the landing bay. They're bulky. You almost sort of suggest they might be gene wrought, like they've been vat grown to have extra muscle. And they all sort of have that sort of almost cloned look about them, where their features are quite similar. Bald head, no hair at all, like no eyebrows, no facial hair, no head hair. Wearing these, sorry,
for aerodynamics, yes, of course.
Yeah, that's it. Wearing these sort of thick grey robes and carrying what looks like some sort of staff-based weapon. Give me a Forbidden Law Xenos roll, please, Pondo.
That doesn't sound great. Where is it at? Xenos. There it is. I will re-roll that.
Okay.
All right. You think it's a Matok staff used by the Jaffa warriors?
Okay. It's
I
definitely
have
some sort
Forbidden
of...
Law Xeno. Oh, you
can roll two, then. You can roll two, like, you might know more, you might learn more.
Nah.
All right. It's definitely alien technology. You don't recognize what type of alien it's from, but it's definitely not human technology. It looks like it's some sort of like it's a ranged weapon as well as a staff. Like it has some sort of emitter on it that.
It is the Jaffa staff.
Not as cool as my staff. Got it.
Yeah. And these three men, they spot you. And they start approaching where you are. Like like you say, you've drawn their attention, so they're walking straight towards you, and it's distracting them from looking around. What are you doing at this point, Spoon?
So I think, basically, I'm just tracking them with the autocannons, basically. Just kind of
so the autocannons are sort of forward facing. So you're not actually flying.
Right.
The bolters are turreted, so you can.
Okay, yeah. So I'll be just tracking them with the bolters, then ready to light them up.
Okay, no worries.
I'll also do the thing where I take like a couple steps forward to be between them.
Oh, and Pierre.
Yeah.
Just Pierre's just going to walk up towards them. He's like, he doesn't feel threatened by these guys at all.
Okay.
He's seen some scarier shit at this point.
We
shit.
We detected your vessel landing here. Do you have clearance to land in this landing bay?
I thought I did. I thought I communicated well. I suppose there was miscommunication or lost message somewhere.
Who were you talking with?
Oh, my lovely associate here. He just points at Don.
In control. Who do you think you got permission to land here from?
This is the faction problem that
I believe it was your boss. I just spoke to them not too long ago.
And they're gonna go, who do you think our boss is?
One of them reaches in the room and pulls out some sort of box or like this a short range communicator, like a micro bead basically. And turns it on. Miss Book, we have an unauthorized shuttle in landing bay 2316. Could you please come down and meet with...
I light this dude up.
Okay, no worries. Give me an attack roll,
Should have
please.
shot him before he went for the radio, but I'm not there.
I'll give you plus 20, assuming that you were aiming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also, if you're a long burst too, it's going to be plus 40.
I said Miss Book.
Yes. And it's about that time when the heavy bolters. I don't have the stats for twin linked heavy bolters, but
they get vaporized essentially. It's just a heavy bolter, but you can get more shots out of it.
So what happens is
no. Mrs. Book is someone we've heard of before, and she worked with your sister.
I know, that's why I'm shooting them.
So he bursts as you shoot him, and you see his skin is just like a sack.
Yeah.
And within he's just a writhing pile of maggots which spread out across the floor. Obviously some have been blasted apart by the explosion, but still some of them start wriggling together, trying to conglomerate together.
Dawn sighs audibly, pulls out the hand flamer.
So I will take initiative rolls, please.
And Adrian flips on the external speakers and goes, Lord Captain, it's time to leave.
We got paid, right?
They're giving you what you need to communicate with There are people
Cas
that get paid.
Bellica.
Well, this is a long-term investment. It doesn't need to be paid immediately.
Going lost is fine.
Listen, the campaign's almost over. The investments don't really matter at this point.
Okay, so it should be noted that while this is happening, Androchiron is praying in his room, but he's doing it like
Oh, God damn it.
to a dance.
You could just spend the fate point to go first.
I don't know why I don't do that.
He's dancing to Kate Bush's "Running Up That Hill,"
I
praying to
don't
the
know
God
why.
Emperor
Jesus
for
Christ.
better guidance in his plan.
I don't know
All
why I
right,
keep trying to roll for it because I always roll stupid low.
Adrian, it's your go.
Yeah.
So the guy that you splattered is starting to reform.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? There's still 2 more there as well that are still in their human form.
Yeah. I'll splash the next one.
Okay. So you will get the bonus for the burst, but not for the
not for aiming.
Yeah.
So it's just a plus 20. This or no?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So you will attempt to dodge to try and reduce your total degree of success.
Yes, because I'll keep him alive.
Wow.
Wow.
Actually,
Okay.
I
Rolled a
You rolled
one. So yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty fucking good.
Okay, so it's 2 hits, which Twin Link moves it to 4 hits. So it's going to be heavy bolter is 2d10 plus 5. So just do /roll 2d10 plus 5 4 times. Location's irrelevant for these guys. Okay, the first one's got a chance of Emperor's Wrath, so make it a roll.
guy's super tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So an extra d10. Or 1d10. Okay, so the first one, 21, he will take 8. Then next one he takes nothing. Next one he takes 2. Then he takes 2 again. Okay, so you've heard him. Like you, effectively, like you're blowing off chunks of him, but more and more maggots just sort of come in and like they're both popping out of their skin suits. Basically, they are going full worm creature.
Gotcha.
Pierre,
Some Nurgle shit right here. Is this?
what are you gonna do?
I can't tell if this is like chaos heretical.
Oh, sorry, it's Dawn. Dawn, sorry, not Pierre. Dawn.
Yeah.
They're still wormies or they're full?
Yeah,
regen?
there's 3 of them there. One is completely unformed. 1 is damaged. 1 is unhurt.
Can I hand flame and attack, or is that?
Yep, that's
too
fine.
much?
Yeah. So I've been given a donut. How good was that?
Delivery.
Exactly. All right. So when you flame them, you've got Cleanse and Purify, don't you? As a talent.
It's a talent? Oh, Jesus
yeah.
Christ. I have no idea. It's been so long. Is that like an early one or a late one?
Yeah. It'll be quite early.
I probably have it then. 'cause
Yeah,
I
cleanse and
bought,
purify is a rank 2.
Yeah, I probably have it.
Yeah. I'm going to assume you do. All right, cool. So they're at minus 20 to there because you don't make a hit roll with flamers, they make a dodge roll to try and avoid.
Oh, yeah. I probably have that one for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one still manages to dodge it. Then the injured one shit. And then the one that is still a mess of things fails. So roll me the damage for your flamer.
Hand flamer. No modifiers on this, right?
No. All right. That's enough. He basically catches fire and can't reform. You destroy that gestalt organism.
What are these things?
They're basically bunches of little worms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's a Nurgle thing or an alien.
I think they're just aliens,
Yeah.
but we do need to go.
All right. I'll attack the other one that's in front of me if I can as well.
So you can't switch attack with a ranged weapon like that. So that's more of a melee thing. So that's your action. You totally destroyed one.
I thought I could do offhand with the flame weapon.
Oh, if you're in melee combat, yes, but they're not in melee range right now. So you can move into melee range.
Oh yeah, no, let's do that then. Yeah.
Okay. Probably putting a picture into Discord so you show what these guys look like.
I assume they look like worms.
It's a web P though.
You think
There
you
you
can
go.
just throw red peas down?
Apparently Discord accepts it. So
This is a
fucking hate
Pathfinder
web
bad guy,
peas,
isn't
man.
it?
sorry.
This is a worm that walked from Pathfinder?
It is, yeah, but it's a good thing of what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
trying to
it's
show
like-
my
okay.
vast knowledge of all things Pathfinder.
All right.
All right. So Pierre.
Yes, of course. So these things are essentially worm people. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oddly enough, I don't have anything that sets things on fire. That's unfortunate. So I'm not in melee range.
No, they're about 10 meters from you.
I do have a burning blade that could set them on fire. Okay, so I think I will do a charge.
Yep.
And attempt.
You're not fearless, are you, Pierre? By the way.
I am.
Yeah, I feel this. Okay, cool.
I got that eventually. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. All right.
I saw it immediately. And I was like, I need that.
Yeah. Because the humans in the room here are panicking because these things have got fear 3. So
Okay, they don't respect me as their superior.
not enough right now.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so I think I'll go ahead and attempt to knock out the one that's injured.
Yep.
With a charge with the burning blade.
Yep.
Is it +10 for a charge?
Is this the first time you've done melee combat?
No, I did it before.
First time in a long. Well, no, that's not true. You war scythe it all the time.
Yeah. I've been the first time I got fucking wrecked.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
At the Drakari place, I was doing some good shit. 1.9. The one injured. Oh wow, that's actually.
Okay. They've already tried to dodge this turn, so it does go through. So he will take
Oh, it's 9. Okay.
pen 4, so he'll take 9 damage. He needs to make an agility test. Will be on fire.
Preferably just stay on fire, please.
Yeah, he's on
Okay.
fire.
Sweet. That was my whole objective.
Okay.
Start the process
So-
of burning.
So there you go. Okay, the guy that's on fire first off takes 5 damage. There you go. Oh, well, I put an F in there for some reason. Okay, so he takes another 5. All right, then he will attempt to. He's in melee combat. He'll attempt to bop you twice with his scepter.
That's fine.
Okay, first one is a hit, unless you want to.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah, I'll try to dodge that. I'm just surprised at the damage.
I mean, I wasn't kidding when I said we need to leave.
Okay. All right. Oh, all right. I'll re-roll that because that's okay. Never mind. I will not dodge that. I'll take that damage. So it's
What was that about getting wrecked?
holy.
Okay, it is pen.
Pen 4 is what it says.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, sorry, ignore that. I thought I'd come up with weapon stats, but yeah, it's
I
pen.
mean, I'll take the lower damage. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So 5, 9, so -9, so it'd be. I take 20 damage.
Yes.
All right, I'm down to 1.
Down to 1. You see, you're not negative.
No, I'm at
Okay,
1.
That's an ominous question.
Okay, yeah, all right. And then his second attack with it.
Okay, I will try to dodge that again because I do have step aside.
Yep.
I do.
Hey, okay. You live. All right, and so Dawn, you went to melee combat, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to try and bop you twice then.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a miss. And a hit. Unless you're a to carry.
They don't have any weapons, right?
They have the
Sorry?
staves.
They have the staves, yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing they're.
Oh, but I have that counter. I have that.
Yeah, you
okay.
do have the counterattack if you successfully.
If you parry, you get a free attack against him.
Yeah, that's parry then.
Yeah.
0 modifier on the parry, yeah?
Yeah. No, that's you on 100. Gonna reroll that?
Well, you could free reroll,
Yeah, for Blade Master.
which I believe he does. Or
Yeah.
she does.
Oh, still a fail.
Oh.
I'll re-roll that
Not
one
a
more
critical
time.
failure.
You can only reroll a skill once. Even so, if you get a free reroll, you can't then use a fate point to
point.
reroll again.
All right, then.
All right, so that'll be 25 damage, pen 4.
Let me roll.
Oh, the fields. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Oh yeah, maybe I should try that.
yeah, try that too, Mondo.
I'd,
So you won't be almost dead.
damn it, just 4 bucks.
So close.
Okay. I need to get a convergent field. That's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mostly dead is still somewhat alive.
Got to figure out what ails you that keeps you to this realm. Okay, well this guy's hurt.
So have you taken damage, Dave?
Yeah, I'll be taking damage. Yeah.
So it'll be basically what's your armor? Your armor's like 8 or 9 or something, isn't it? It's in your 31, so I hit you in the body.
Okay, body is 12 plus 5, so 17.
Okay, but then it's got 4 penetration, so it reduces it by 13, so you'll take 12 wounds total.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Adrian.
Adrian will repeat over the external speakers, like, we need to leave.
Just real quickly before you continue, is it possible to use a fate point to like reduce the damage? I can't remember.
Yeah, well, you can spend a fate point to heal it by reduce it by 1d5.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Why not?
All right. So roll 1d5. There you go. You get 5 points back. 8 points win.
So what was it? You said it was 12, right?
Yeah, so you'll take 7 total then.
Mm-hmm.
Are there penalties for shooting into combat?
Yep, unless you got precise shot, it's minus 20.
Ooh.
I mean, you have a big to hit modifier regardless.
It's not that big.
Listen, if you fail it and I eat my words, that's how it is.
Okay, all right.
So you got 2 options. You can take the penalty of minus 20 to hit, and therefore you can't hit your ally, or you can roll without the penalty. But if you roll 95 and or above, then you hit your ally.
Okay. So I'll take the negative 20. So I'll spend half action to aim, which gives me what, plus 10?
Yeah. And you can't aim then burst. So you're actually better off bursting without aiming.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
plus
I'll
20 minus 20, so it'll just be a straight roll.
So I'll just I'll straight ballistic skill.
So the one that's injured on fire, the one that's uninjured.
The one that is uninjured.
Okay, all right. All right, you hit it. It's a new round. It's going to save its dodge on this one. It's going to take
for later. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So
can I spend a fate point to give myself an extra success and get an extra hit?
Yep.
I will do so.
Okay,
because
so
then that
3 hits total.
Yeah,
because it's got strong quality for being twin linked.
Is it 4 hits?
Yeah, so 4 hits. Yes.
Because technically the 1 success and then 1 after.
Yeah.
It's good damage. Good damage.
Okay, Emperor's Wrath on the first one. Roll it again.
Yeah.
Same
You
modifier.
find out that he's still alive, and it's very unfortunate.
No,
Okay.
no Emperor's Wrath.
Okay, so he'll take 7 and 8. Then nothing. Then 6. All right, he is badly hurt. It's still alive. Okay, Dawn. Adrian is peppering the one you're firing with in close combat, but he's badly hurt but still up.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll definitely assist and try and get him away.
Yep.
Let's do that. Am I able to do a full attack this turn?
You are indeed.
Alright, let's do that then. I keep forgetting on the sheet where my weapons are. Okay. So first one, so plus 30? Does that sound reasonable? Or?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not exceptionally large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty good.
These guys
Okay.
have like no armor. It's just all toughness, right?
They've got 3 points of armor. Their robes give them some armor.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay. So try and dodge the first one at least. Not enough. Okay. So all right, so 21 with pen 4, so he will take 11. Okay, so that's enough to bring him negative. So you cut him down to the point he's no longer sort of able to maintain cogent form. But as you're cutting through him, like the actual maggots themselves sort of burst and spray acidic, toxic blood everywhere. So there's a 25% chance you are hit by it, or you are not. But he is effectively removed from the combat.
Oh yes, worm xenomorphs. Got it.
Yep. All right. So you're at second attack. Yeah, just you make sure he's really dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're fighting a flaming worm thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out the war scythe and attempt to chop the one that's left.
Okay.
The smithereens. First one. Wow, that's shite damage, but it's fine. 45 to hit.
Okay, nice. That is enough to kill him though, because he was almost dead from the fire. So he also bursts. Do you get sprayed with acidic acid blood? You do.
Of course.
All right. So
Can I dodge it?
you can attempt to dodge. Yes.
I would gladly. How many?
Okay. It only requires one success. That's fine.
Okay, good. Seeing that there was an attempted acid spray on Dawn, I have to be like, nope, not having that. So is it dead, or do I need to
It's
keep
dead.
swinging? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, didn't you dodge twice last? I think you already used both your dodges. Oh no, that's your turn though, so it resets your reaction. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's that. It's yeah.
Yeah, cool. You're good. All right. So yep, okay. Yeah, everybody is like trying to get out of here as fast as possible before Miss Book and everyone else turns up.
Please don't forget your things. And good luck.
They go with them. For some reason, after there's a giant exclamation mark over your face in Roll20. Okay. Don't know.
I don't see that.
I think once everybody leaves, Pierre's just gonna like, ow, and limp inside the gun cutter.
Okay, back inside the gun cutter. All right.
I'm taking their stabs though.
Yeah, sorry. I'll take it the stars. Okay.
I'm curious what those are and why they hurt so much.
Oh, actually, I think that when they die, their staves disintegrate.
Oh fuck.
Yes, they disintegrate into a cloud of ash.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I think as Pierre's like going to reach for a staff, he's disintegrating. Like, of course,
Yeah.
can't have nice things. Can't have.
All right. You fly back to your vessel. You are. I presume somebody tells Androchiron before they arrive back that that they're coming back with casualties, or at least injuries.
Who's got injured the most of everyone here?
It'd be me.
Yeah, Pierre for sure.
I would do some.
Adrian was inside a giant suit of armor.
That's right. And inside a giant armored vehicle.
I would do some Medicaid. Whatever that one's called.
Oh yes, the divine administration.
Yeah, I got knocked down to
Administration.
1 point of health
In a single hit, too.
in a single hit. Yeah, that hurt.
Melee is very deadly.
Yeah,
Is it
I don't.
plus 10 for?
I don't know what
first
it
aid,
would have done because their weapons have a trait where if you take any negative wounds, you're disintegrated.
Yeah. That's why when you were like, oh, you didn't take any negatives? And I went,
That'd be burning a fate point
yeah.
to survive that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be. What are these things?
Slaught overseers.
4 overseers. Okay.
Is medkit plus 10 or plus 20? I forget.
Plus 10.
This is a heretical bullshit going on right here. All right. Can't have this.
I'll
Back
put a
to
fate point
tanks.
on there to give an extra.
Okay, wait, the extra degrees won't make any difference. So
okay.
don't waste it. Yeah, so he'll get back your intelligence bonus plus your willpower bonus in wounds.
So that would be 10.
10 wounds back, Kondo.
Okay, so I'll be up at 11,
Yeah.
which is
All right.
better than 1.
You're all back on the hand with an IOU from the Kazbalika.
When you get there, a messenger from Androchiron is there with a message expressing, like, so sorry that happened to you. Sincerely, Androchiron. I don't know why they called me and were like, hey, we're under attack. What do you think I'm going to do about it? I'm not a medic.
Oh, it's more like, they let you know the captain's coming back and he's injured. Yeah.
I just sent a letter.
Okay.
Make sure a herald reads it.
Sorry to hear about your recent near disintegration.
By the way, did I get the cyber hand replaced with just a normal one? Okay.
I'm happy to go all the way to best quality for your cyber arm.
I mean, I could make the roll for the best quality, but I don't.
That's fine. No,
we've got IV on board.
Yeah,
she can
IV.
just whip one up real quick.
So any weapon that uses that arm is considered to have 2 high strength bonus.
Ooh, maybe I should lose an arm.
You want assistance with that? A hand for a hand?
But see, Nero didn't lose the arm in combat. He was like, I need to be stronger.
Yeah.
You really want to get Nero's arm, huh?
It's not a matter of want, it's a matter of will.
Could I just do the +2 to the damage of the war scythe and whatnot? I'll just do that. That way it's okay.
That's what I did for crushing blow with the is just add it to the,
Because it doubles your strength bonus.
Yeah.
The war scythe doesn't double it, it just has a +5 and then
All right. So according to your system augurs, the macro cannons on Footfall are powering up.
time to leave, sir.
oh yes, it's time to leave indeed.
Right.
I just just send a message to Turner Praetorian, we're getting out of here.
Okay.
Did what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I hope it was worth
Chaos.
it.
Come back another day with a bigger ship.
Okay. So we're going to go through the Moor, but where are we going? Are we going to Sacris next, or are we going to Reth once we pass through the Moor?
Sacris?
The Storm Warden's homeworld.
Oh, isn't that right before Reth?
Yes.
Yes.
So I would say stop at Sacris first and then go to Reth.
All right. You get a Vox call, Pondo, as you're leaving from Wolfric Nostromo.
The navigator.
Yes, the guy who requires 30 pounds of glass every day. Very expensive.
Yeah. Oh shit! I've forgotten about that.
I didn't forget.
Yeah.
This man's causing a big dent in my wallet.
Spoon, I thought about him recently while watching Unsleeping City because in the opening of Unsleeping City, there's the guy that sticks rare magical artifacts up his butt.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
So I was thinking about him last week when I watched that episode.
Yeah.
All right, please go ahead, James.
Lord Commodore, can I meet with you outside the Navigator's Oculus before we go to war? I think that we've started something. I need to tell you about it before we leave.
Okay. I'll be right there, I suppose.
Okay. Just you or everyone?
I guess everybody else wants to go, we can.
Okay. I can't remember what Wilfric's mutations were. I remember what the woman that gave him to you were.
He didn't really have a whole lot other than I think he had some like wounds or something. This guy doesn't show up very often, other than like random things where it's like, oh yeah, I could have helped you with that.
Yeah. Just trade vitality. Okay. The fact that he needs to eat glass is his only mutation. There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, whereas,
it's I figured he was mainly normal, except for the 30 pounds of glass. Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
Listen, how is conservation of mass involved in that? Like,
It isn't. It isn't.
I'm guessing there's some sort of warp hole in his stomach that's causing it to disappear. But it only requires glass.
The only glass can satiate.
Yeah.
All right, he's waiting for you outside the Oculus, where Riani's beginning to prepare the journey to through the moor. Lord Commodore, thank you for coming meeting with me. I saw through my portal the Furibunda star, the angry red that it's glowed, and I think that this point now is the start of the pattern. Our journey to Mara begins here and now. I think that I should be guiding the ship from this point forward.
When did we get the pattern? Question, or does he already have it? Is it? I know we're looking for a guide.
The pattern was a copy of the Harlock's star charts, but it's all he's referring to it as like, he's the guide. He has to interpret the pattern, right? He sees the omen of the red star in Furibundus as the start of his part of the journey, where he has to follow the star charts.
How does Riani feel about this? Or is she, or no, she's still in the Oculus at the moment, right?
Yeah, she's getting ready for the translation.
Okay, so yeah, I guess this is the beginning of the end. So if this is what you feel like, I'll trust your judgment on this, as you are the guide for the situation.
All right,
we just need to leave quickly, preferably.
Okay. So you sort of you buzz the door on Riani's thing and let her attendants know, and then a moment later she comes out. She seems to have actually gotten taller over time as well. So she's like pushing 8 feet now, Riani.
This woman terrifies me. First she calls me man brace.
Yeah, right.
Sorry?
Nero likes her.
She
of course she does. She's a badass. Like
I didn't want to. That I asked.
No, he likes her because when she was in trouble, the first person she thought of was Nero to come save her. That's Nero's job, is to kill people on behalf of other people.
Yeah.
Lord Commodore, navigating Nostromo, is there a problem?
Nostromo believes that this is the beginning of the guide that we've been waiting for. So I think it's now time for him to take over.
I see. Okay. Well, everything should be prepared. We're ready for the translation. She sort of like, sends him in and like tells her attendants to like, make sure he gets properly set up. And she sort of turns back to you as he leaves, as he goes over there. Are you sure about this, Lord Commodore? I mean, he's clearly insane, as is all of his house.
Unfortunately, as fate have it, I don't think I have a choice in the matter.
All right, well, this is your ship. I trust you. I'll need to send a message to House Antai to let them know that I'm formally relieved of duty for the time being.
It's only temporary, trust me.
I know, I understand. I'll go speak to Androchiron to get this sorted out.
We have a choir master,
yeah, that's right.
whose job it is to do these sort of minor jobs.
That's right. Yeah. All right.
What job did we give Androchiron exactly? I know
he doesn't have one. I specifically didn't want to have to deal with any jobs. He wanders around the ship with the IV drip bag.
A man of luxury.
I just thought we gave you some sort of like made up job just because.
Officer of leisure.
My job is to check the seat cushions of every seat on the ship.
We made you like chief staff or some way. I don't remember how.
the fleet translates to the warp, following the Nostromo's guidance, and that's where we'll take a break.
I thought you were going to say that's where we end the campaign.
Yeah.
I thought James was going to
driven
reveal
into
this
it.
is all a double cross. We're just all fucking dead. All right. We'll be back for the second half whenever the hell we feel like it. Stick around. I mean, you can still double cross us as soon as we get back from the break.